Some truth before I sleep. Some truth on love. So I always think about love. I think about love because it's one of those things that I don't understand. And I have I have friends, I have people that love me, and I've been in a relationship that didn't work out well because I was obsessed with somebody. And I think that that person is like my symbolism of love. Like the first time I actually knew, like, I love this person. And I, even to this day, when I think about that person, I'm like, yeah, I still love that person. I accept how things are, I accept the reality of life, and I accept, and I embrace. And that's what I do. I think one of the things that love makes you realize, from what I understand, is that, like, my purpose is to love you. Like, when I saw that person, it felt like my purpose was to love that person. Like, that was what I was placed in this world to do. And through that love of that person, a great deal of light would be revealed for myself and for that person and for the rest of the world. So, when you believe that really strongly, like down to your bones, you realize that's not the case. But that's not how reality is really seen on the other side of the spectrum. You really have to respect, take into account. There has, for me, I think that there are various stages of negotiation within myself. The element of, for the sake of the world, that I had something amazing to offer. Just that whole element of negotiation with somebody. Um, I'm not quite sure what love is. I can't tell you. I think that at the same time, the way I see my story at this particular point in time is that everything is placed so that I can understand that I was loved by the light of the Creator, and that's really the only love that I need. And so, to become this entity, to become a thing, and to refute love, to be something that is outside of the emotional spectrum. I um, I went through moments of doubt, like, and I don't know whether that eroded anything or whether I didn't think you go back and, like, if I could have, maybe would I've, and then you kind of realize that things are what they are, regardless of what you could have, would have, should have. And so now I don't try to date. I don't try to find people attractive. I don't make the effort because it just feels pointless. I think that I'm not quite sure how people create love. I think that also the older you get, um, things change. I think societies change too. I think we become more afraid of one another. So in turn, we kind of create distances. And the more distances we create, the less likely people are to find love. So we reside to this thing that is being single and just thinking to yourself, I'm not even going to try. I mean, what's the point? And you end up getting hurt, or people just want to sleep with you, or they don't want to sleep with you. And it's just, there's a whole bargaining element. You're like, well, maybe if I sleep with them, they'll love me. And that never works, trust me. It actually works opposite. Wait till they love you, and then you sleep with them. Because you're like, oh, you love me. Now you've been it for mad in bed. But you know what I mean. I think love nowadays is hard. That's my perception of it. To see people that have found love and it's just like, and people that have children, and people that have families, and people that have a future. And I laugh to myself. And there's that dark element of like, what happens when you get old? Who's there for you? Who are you there for? What do you do when you're single and you haven't found that person? We don't talk about that. I think as a society, we're gonna find that this is gonna be a thing of people that just gave up. They gave up on love in entire countries around the world. There's people that are just giving up on love, giving up on relationship, giving up on finding somebody because perhaps their hearts have been broken so quickly because of how the internet works and our ability to reject people much faster. And so I think that when you get wounded once by that arrow of rejection, it hurts. And then you get back on and you try again. But then it happens over and over and over and over again. And there's no reward at the end. Only the lesson that people can be cruel. So you just stop. That's where I am at. I just stop. Stop wanting love. Stop desiring love. Stop. I make an effort to try to give love in however I can, in little ways that I can, giving advice, being friendly to my neighbors, or if I'm in a new place, being kind, just giving them love. Sometimes people take it the wrong way and it hurts. I'm not gonna lie, when you try to make friends, when you see a connection with somebody and you get really excited and you're like, I'm not wanting to sleep with you. I just want to be your friend. Even that can be difficult. So if making friends is difficult, finding the love of your life just seems impossible. And I did this at night because I didn't want you to see my face. I wanted you to hear my voice because there's like, is it even? I don't even know. Like I see. Okay, well I should go to bed. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know that. What do you think about love? What are your thoughts on it? Let me know. All right. I want to wish you a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful eternity.